You're making this book, it's kind of like The Notebook, and he has touched everybody in a different way. And for you to do this in case he forgets, right? He can look at this and see the pictures, right? Like just to remember, like, oh, I remember that. I remember.
It'd be something for them to read to him.
Yeah.
I know he loves hearing stories.
Yeah.
And it would be a nice tribute to him.
Douglas and Lanier, that's where I choose to be. Douglas and Lanier, that's the agency for me.
For rock-solid insurance coverage or sound financial planning for my family's future, Douglas and Lanier is where I choose to call home.
The My Usage app is a way to conveniently pay online, anytime, day or night. You can also come by any Caney Fork Electric office and sign up for the prepay option available using the My Usage app. Know exactly how much electricity is used each day and the cost. Best of all, no monthly bill. You can set up email or text alerts, keep track of your usage, and pay your bill, all with the My Usage app from Caney Fork. Caney Fork Electric, keeping you informed.
Communitytvtn is brought to you by Security Federal Savings Bank, proudly serving the community we call home.
Grace Family Pharmacy announces new medication packaging service. It provides a simpler, safer medication experience through convenient, personalized packaging using the latest in pharmacy robotics. We're located at 357 West Main Street. Our phone number is 931-473-6418.
You're a great place to be, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Not many things last a lifetime, but when they do, there's something special. Dr. Pepper. Good for life, good for the community.
Hey guys, Kelly here with Warren First 931, and this week on Local Roots, I'm at the amazing detention center with one of my besties, Miss Bernadette. And again, you know, coming here, I wanted to talk about, because I saw that, you know, NHC came and did a couple of visits here, and they do that regularly. Amanda does an amazing job on that. But one of them that is no stranger to us is Mr. Slim.
Correct.
So tell us about, you know, your story with him, because from what I'm hearing, you get flowers from him all the time.
When he comes to visit, when he comes to eat, he always brings me flowers or a little note. Or this time, since his cousin's not bringing him, he sent me flowers from the flower shop.
That's so sweet.
I almost thought it was for Morrison Elementary School. I thought they might have a game, so I called to make sure they were for me.
Yeah, you just never know. Might be a senior night, or, you know, 8th grade night, or whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
But with that said, this has kind of sparked a in honor of book, like, you know, the legendaries. I don't know what
Memories,
you're gonna. Yes.
Something.
Yeah.
We'll call it something.
But with that, because, you know, he has such a huge legacy that he has no clue what he's laid on here in Morrison, in Warren County in general.
Right.
So with that said, tell everybody what you are doing.
So I'm collecting stories, and I've only posted it on mine and What You Remember About Morrison page. But basically, now that I am getting stories in, anybody in Warren County, it would be great. Just if you have a story about Slim, Charles Ingalls.
If anybody wants, I only know him as Slim.
I would love for you to email it to me. I want to get the stories in, see how many I got, see what kind of book I want to get, how we're going to put it together.
Yeah, and with that said too, not just the stories, but if people have pictures,
I'd love
whether
to
it
get
has him
pictures.
in it or the story of the, you know, because I know like there's, even if it's a picture of somebody like that was in 3rd or 4th grade here when they were playing, just a picture of that, just to know
Right.
the aesthetics of it all, right?
Yeah, and to relate the story with the person.
Mm-hmm.
At least a picture of yourself or a picture of the story you're telling.
Yeah.
Anything to relate it to him, just so he can see it, because he might not remember.
Right. And
everything.
Like we said, you know, when I saw you a couple of weeks ago when we talked about this, you know, I know like when he was in the hospital, he wasn't doing so good. But
Right.
now that he's in NHC, he seems like he's doing so good.
He's doing excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Doing really good. So I don't know if he's still got all of his stuff. And I won't swear to it, but I think it was our class that bought him a green Morris and Ingalls jacket.
Oh.
He wore it everywhere.
I do remember those.
That was iconic of him wearing all the time. But I know when they had their last little fundraiser that at NHC where they try to raise money
Yeah.
to bring them out.
Yeah.
Somebody had put a Morris and Ingalls t-shirt in there, and so he bought it.
Yeah.
And wore it out here the day they came for lunch.
Just like last week?
Yeah,
Oh
last
my
week.
gosh, I love it. Because you know, like some of the stories I remember of Slim, and I know everybody's gonna have similars, and it's like what you were telling me yesterday. I always remember him yelling, you know, believe in yourself, you've got this, you know, you can do it. I remember seeing him, whether he was walking from his house, and I don't know if this is where he lived, but I always remember seeing him over in the Walgreens Rite Aid area over there, walking from there to Morrison or there to the Warren County High School games. Like he didn't just sit in the bleachers. He was front row. Like you
Right.
saw him, and
Bottom
he's a tall
front
man. And you know, and that's what I think for me from Slim is he taught me you don't have to be in the back scenes. You need to be up front and then show people that you care and just say it loud.
Support 'em.
Yes, support as loud as you can. And that's what I remember of him at Morrison when I was here in 3rd and 4th grade. I remember him when I wasn't even playing, but he was at the Warren County High School games and we were in the cheering section. And people, and they can correct me if I'm wrong, but my class, the classes before me, he was always in the front in those roles with us. So I just, again, if anybody has any stories they want to tell or has pictures of Slim or a.k.a.
Right,
Charles.
Charles.
I don't know him by his real name. I feel bad. How can they get in touch with you?
So they can email them to me at dipelementary@gmail.com, or they can drop them off at detention.
Okay.
It's fine.
Easy as that, whether
easy
they
as
write it or whatever. And then if they need any more information, can they call you here at the detention as well?
They can call here too. Our number is 931-773-7529.
And real quickly, because I know we talked about this a minute ago, tell everybody why you want to make this book for him.
He's just been...
Oh, it's okay. Breathe there. You want me to say it? You're making this book. It's kind of like the Notebook. And he has touched everybody in a different way. And for you to do this in case he forgets, right? He can look at this and see the pictures, right? Like just to remember, like, oh, I remember that.
It'd be something for them to read to him.
Yeah.
Because I know he loves hearing stories.
Yeah.
And it would be a nice tribute to him for him to know how many people he's touched.
Yeah. I think this is real sweet. I didn't want to make you cry. I'm so sorry for it.
I was doing good.
You're doing good. But with that said, thank you for letting me come out here.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.